You go to a teacher, it's only going to get worse.
Welcome to the Inland Sports Show. Your leader in sports in the Inland Empire.
The Riverside.
Now, here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Bringing some heat on a Friday. Jeff, we're going to finish up so strong on the week. It's Friday. It's 3 o'clock. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show. And we are the official lead-in to the NCAA tournament. March Madness coming up right after us at 4 o'clock. So, Jeff, we just got to go 1 hour strong. Everything you got, lay it out there.
I got it. You know, I had a great week. I had one day where I batted 1,000. I scored 100 points. And I won the Super Bowl. Today.
All the same day.
All the same day. Today is nothing but the best, my friend. Nothing but the best, Jerry.
And it's not, call me old-fashioned, but it's not an Inland Sports Show until Jesse Spanos gets in there.
You're darn right. I love Jesse Spano.
We are off and running. We're talking NCAA tournament because, again, the Sweet 16 continues right here on Fox Sports IE right after us, the Inland Sports Show. So Greg had Loyola.
How does that happen?
Why did you pick Loyola? Like, nobody picked Loyola of Chicago.
Nobody in the world.
Nobody. There's one guy. He's sitting right here. He's the only guy in the world that I know picked Loyola in the Elite Eight.
Was it Sister Jean? Was it Sister Jean?
He didn't even know Sister Jean
No
yet.
one knew. But I think he did. I think Sister Jean might have came to him in a vision. A vision in the middle of the night. As Greg lays in his bed in Colton, he thought it was
He was saying his prayers.
He said, is that La Cucuy?
El Cucuy? No, it's Sister Jean.
It's Sister Jean. Sister Jean, you're glowing. What do you have to tell me? Pick Loyola.
Yeah.
Pick Loyola. Pick Loyola.
Here he thought he was going to get the key to solve world hunger or stop, poverty or end disease. No. Pick Loyola, Elite Eight.
Yeah, she came to him and she was glowing like a ghost.
Hey, Sister Jean has a new song.
She
We're gonna
does?
play it. We're gonna play it in our next segment.
Hello, Greg. I need to be in the Elite Eight. Please pick me. Who are you? I'm Sister Jean.
Is that Kanye? Chicago, right? It's an all Chicago show.
I'm gonna clean your house after I visit you as a ghost. I'm Sister Jean.
She's too old.
She's
98?
She's 98 years old. I'm 98 years old, and I will clean your house as a ghost.
My daughters play a game. It's called We're Old Ladies.
They do?
And they take like umbrellas and like their canes and they walk around like they're old ladies.
Really?
I got a weird house. I got weird kids, yeah.
Old ladies.
Yeah, we're old ladies.
You have an entire house of girls. I have an entire house of boys.
Girls. There's an old Adam Sandler joke where he used to say when he was single, one day he dreamed of having a house full of ladies. And he does now. He's married with all girls as well. So I feel his pain.
Yeah.
I don't make any of my own decisions. They tell me, they make up my mind for me. They tell me when and where. And
you are emasculated.
oh, yeah.
I, of course, have nothing but stinky kids. Guys.
Stinky boys.
Oh.
Those Gorham boys, real stinky.
It's really, it's kind of wearing off on Smedberg, too. She's kind of guyish.
Maybe we could do some trades.
I'll give you.
We'll do a trade.
Yeah,
you got all boys, I got all girls. We'll make a trade.
My wife's wearing like headbands, running around sweating. Like, what are you doing? I'm hanging out with the boys. I'm like, come on. Yeah, I'll give you two of my dudes. You can pick any two. I'll pick. I want one of yours.
I'll do a trade. I'll trade one, and you know what? I'll give you two of mine for one of yours in cash, and maybe a kid to be named later.
Nice. Hey.
Are you having any more, Jeff?
No,
I'm not. I know I'm not.
I know I'm not too. Impossible.
I get home and it's like, hey, you went to Redbox. You got some movies. What'd you get? Oh, the new My Little Pony came out, and I don't know, it's a movie about mermaids.
You are
like great. Okay, well, that's my life.
Yeah, mermaids, rom-coms. Yeah, look up Brony during the break, just for me. Bronies. You're a brony.
Am I?
Yeah. Did you watch the movie? Did you see it? Okay, then
I didn't watch
you're
it.
not a brony.
No, I was working.
Yes.
Working very hard.
Working.
So, I do have a lot of problems.
Now, you're going to hear about it.
Right now, you're going to hear about them. So, Loyola won. I didn't want Loyola to win. I needed Nevada to win. Nevada lost. It was 69-68. Great college basketball game. This whole tournament's been awesome.
Yeah.
But I need to beat Greg. I don't want Greg to hear me sitting right here, but I really need to beat him.
I know. You guys are playing for pride.
Yeah, I mean, he's down here, and he's picking Loyola, and I need Michigan, and I need Villanova. He needs Duke.
I'll tell you what. After watching yesterday's games, Michigan is going to...
Dude.
They murdered Texas A&M.
I went and picked up my tuxedo for the National Football Foundation Awards. Big time.
Oh, caviar.
And then I got back in my car, turned on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM, and boom, the Wolverines running away with this one.
Oh.
The final score against Texas A&M last night, 99-72, right there at the Staples Center, right across the road from here, right down the road.
They darn near won by 30. 30.
Beat down. That's how good the Michigan is. 99-72. Hey, the other games last night, Kansas State beat Kentucky, which kind of ruined a lot of other brackets. You called that?
No, I called.
You're like, no, I didn't call that.
But I did on the air. I did on the air yesterday.
You did?
Say that Florida State would beat Gonzaga, even though I do like Gonzaga. I did say it was a bad matchup.
Not a blowout, but a beatdown, right? 75-60. I think Florida State was kind of in command of that one for the most part, the Seminoles.
But yeah, that was the only one I thought yesterday looking at it. I said, I think Florida State will beat Gonzaga, even though I had Gonzaga winning in my pool. Florida State's looking pretty good.
So Loyola, Kansas State, Michigan, and Florida State all advanced to the Elite Eight. The other 4 Sweet 16 games are tonight. These are more traditional, like, top seeds against some other higher seeds. Last night it was wacky. All the high seeds were playing. We got number 1 Kansas against Clemson, number 1 Villanova against West Virginia, number 2 Duke against Syracuse, who's an 11, but not really an 11, and number 2 Purdue against number 3 Texas Tech. Jeff, those are some great games. Great night of basketball.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the one that kind of will bore everybody to death, and everybody's going, what? When I say the Syracuse-Duke is going to be an ugly... It's going to be an ugly game.
Syracuse.
You know, Duke has stolen Jim Boeheim's zone defense, exact same zone. They both play the same defense. It will be a walk down the floor, run your stuff. It's just going to be an ugly game. The one game that does intrigue me a little bit, though, is Purdue, because Purdue's without their big man, Big Hoss, the big 7-footer.
They were trying to get him back, right? The engineering department at Purdue was trying to come up with some sleeve or a brace that he could wear.
Yeah, and they said no.
No.
Not allowing it. He's not playing unless he has no brace. The NC2A said no.
Sadness.
But if Purdue somehow can get past Texas Tech, it's really anybody's 3 games. I mean, you really think about it. You got the semifinal. Once you get to the semis, the Final Four, anybody could have won. And I'll tell you what, Nevada was so close to being in the Final Four. I think if Nevada won last night and beat Loyola, I think they would have beat Kansas State and would have been in the Final Four, and our boy John Ramey would have been calling a Final Four game.
I needed Nevada so bad.
That didn't happen.
So bad. Nevada was a bad choice.
Bad choice. But yeah, really good games. I think Villanova's going to walk over West Virginia. I think Kansas and Clemson's. I think Kansas Clemson will be closer than people think. Syracuse Duke is going to be a dog of a game, and Texas Tech Purdue, it's a coin flip.
All right, so that's the NCAA tournament, and again, it follows us right here on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM, coming up at 4 o'clock, so 1 hour strong of the Inland Sports Show. The Dodgers taking on the Royals this afternoon in spring training, and Clayton Kershaw was absolutely masterful for the Dodgers in this one, as you would expect. Kershaw goes 6 2/3 innings, so almost 7 innings. He pitched into the 7th, gave up just a single hit, no runs, nothing. 1 little hit. That's it.
Hey, nice way to finish out your spring training, for gosh sakes. He's done.
He's done. I mean, it's, you know what? I've seen enough. Clayton Kershaw's ready to go. He'll be the opening day starter for the Dodgers for the 8th year in a row. Shut down Kansas City. That's what else do you need to see, right? I mean, he's good.
He's the best.
Meanwhile, you know who went up against him?
No.
Hashtag the Vato from Rialto.
He did.
Ricky Nolasco. He's with the Royals, and the Dodgers touched him up. The Vato from Rialto didn't even last 3 innings.
Oh, no.
He gave up 8 runs on 5 hits.
Oh, no.
That's a weird stat line. The Dodgers roughed him up as the Dodgers and Clayton Kershaw won today 9 Nada, the final score from Cactus League play.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Vato.
The Vato, because you got to think he and Trevor Oakes from Woodcrest Christian and Cal Baptist probably fighting for a spot in the back of that starting rotation and the back end of that.
Hey, no, he's not from Colton. But, hey, how cool would it be to have Cal Baptist's first major leaguer?
Could happen.
That'd be awesome.
Might happen. I don't know if it's going to be Trevor Oakes. I hope it is. But they've got a couple guys right there on the fringe, right on the cusp, breaking into the bigs.
I think sometime, even if there's not one on the opening day roster, there will be one pulled up during the season. What do you think?
I think you're right. I think one of them, we've got Adam Hofackett with the Halos. Caleb Dirks is out there with the Braves. There's several guys knocking on the door of the big leagues. And the Lakers lost to the Pelicans last night, 128-125.
Did you see any of that stat line?
Nope.
Lonzo Ball.
Was it good?
1 of 12 from three-point line.
Ooh, wait, 1 of 12?
1 of 12.
Well, you got to admire the confidence, right? Wow, I'm really off. I'm just going to keep shooting until I get back on.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Be honest, Jeff.
I'm kind of dwindling whether or not I even want to be a Laker fan anymore.
Wait, I thought we already went through this.
No.
We had our little intervention. You're Golden State. I don't know.
Okay, Golden State is my second favorite team. We all know that.
Okay.
But I cannot watch Lonzo Ball much longer. I don't care if he gets a couple of assists. He's just not very good. I'm sorry, can't shoot. Can't shoot.
You know what we need? We need that. Remember that Mike Singletary clip when he was the 49ers head coach?
Yes.
And he went off in that post-game press conference. He's like, can't win. Can't do it.
Oh.
That's what we need. Can't watch it. Can't do it.
Yeah, I'm just having a hard time. I might become a true
Golden State fan.
Maybe.
Look it up.
Be prepared.
G-State.
Be prepared. It's going to happen.
Yeah, Magic's going to be crying.
That Lonzo Ball. Listen to the stat line. Ready?
I'm ready. Hit me.
1 for 12 from beyond the arc. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He was 2 of 15 from the floor.
How many turnovers?
He had 3 turnovers, 6 points, 13 rebounds. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, I guess.
As Colin Cowherd says, because people call me the Mexican, i.e. Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd doesn't care about rebounds, and I don't either.
But 9 assists. But you know what? I have a hard time watching the guy play. I'm just losing all faith in him. Get rid of him.
Hey, you always got G-State. I think Steph Curry's coming back tonight against the Hawks. You going to watch the Warriors tonight?
You're darn right. He's wearing low tops for the first time in his career.
The low top nursing shoes.
Yes, definitely.
Sweet. Right?
I'm excited. Well, of course.
He's like, I got your meds, I got this IV I need to put in, and a three-point shot.
Yeah, they do look like nursing shoes.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, he's wearing low tops. So it's kind of weird considering he's had ankle problems.
Everyone wears low tops these days. It's kind of weird. Remember we were talking about the big Omni Zones and the Nike Air Flights and the big high tops? The cons.
Did you know that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar never wore high tops and never had ankle issues?
Never?
Nope.
Maybe he was onto something.
He always wore low tops. Low top Adidas Pro models. Just to let you know there.
Kareem. It's all brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by great customer service and low prices. Come on, it's in the name. You're going to get spoiled, you and your car. Spoiled off of Alessandro Boulevard. Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire, bringing you all of your sporting gear needs and Letterman's jackets. I know if you're a big man on campus or the big lady on campus with all those cool patches, go get that sweet Letterman's jacket at Ken Sporting Goods in Horsetown, USA, Norco, California, KenSportingGoods.com. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Ask for them by name. Follow them. Instagram, Twitter, Boost Performance Training. BoostTrainingSystems.com is the website. Boost Training Systems. And Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. You can buy, trade, finance all in the same spot at Catalano Motors. They'll make that car shopping experience so easy, no pressure, at Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. When we come back on the Inland Sports Show, the Sister Jean song just for Greg Holla. See if you can get it on the mix over there.
There's a
mix
song?
It in. Yeah.
I can't wait
Sister
to hear
Jean visited Greg in his sleep, picked him in the Elite Eight.
Hello there, Greg. I hope you picked Loyola in your sweet Elite Eight. If you do, I won't haunt you anymore. I'll come over and I'll wash your sheets. I'll clean your house. And I'll make you some cookies and I'll bless them. Thank you. Thank you, Greg.
We'll be back. It's the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cahelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
How you guys doing? Ray Baz here again at Corona High with the Corona High football program with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's boost training tip, it's all about top end speed, getting our knees up. We're talking about the A-Run. Come see what it's all about. Okay, so we're working on right now, you can call it top end speed, absolute speed, max speed. Really all that means is that we're opening up our stride, getting our knees up. And one of the things we like to emphasize here is that cyclical action with the legs. So with the A run, all we're doing is pulling our heel to our butt, stepping over and around the opposite knee, and it's all about turnover. We want to get as many reps as we can. So Jake's going to go ahead, he's going to jog to the hash, and then he's going to hit a nice and quick A run all the way to the opposite hash. Here we go, ready? And go. Jog, 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 hit. Heel to the butt, toes up, over and around, over and around, over and around, over and around. Nice, very nice, very nice. So you want to get as many reps as you can here. You always want to have your ankle locked, toes pointing to the top of your shoe. A great drill to emphasize is getting your knees up, getting that cyclical action, the A run. If you're not doing it, you better be doing it, and we do it right here at Boost.
To the Inland Sports Show, here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Cora.
Ooh, Star Wars. Hey, what's your favorite song all time, Jeff, outside of the Star Wars theme? Don't count the Star Wars.
Billie Jean, Michael Jackson.
Billie Jean.
Number one song, hands down.
Your favorite.
And then Africa by Toto.
But wait, you're serious. Okay, I'm laughing with you.
No. How dare you?
So, Sister Jean is famous, and they were talking about her, obviously, throughout the NCAA tournament. And she's become somewhat of a celebrity here for March Madness. And now they're making songs about her. That's Billie. You hear that? That's Billie Jean.
My favorite song of all time.
That's the real Billie Jean.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Well, when Billie Jean, Sister Jean from Loyola, Chicago,
Hello?
in the Elite Eight, when she's not visiting Greg and Colton,
am I here in the studio?
she's actually has her own Billie Jean song. So get it? Billie Jean, Sister Jean. See that?
I have my own song?
Your own song.
Am I trapped in a box?
It's sweeping the nation.
Why am I in a box?
Ladies, you ready for this?
Who are you?
Ladies and gentlemen, the world premiere of Sister Jean.
Are you Pep
I think you came
Fernandez?
here with a great spirit for Loyola, and so just go ahead and set the world on fire.
That's right.
Well, she was more like a Jesuit on a TV screen. I said, don't cheer, just say prayers, please. You are the nun.
You are the nun.
Who will dance with the poor in the round.
Hashtag blessed.
She says, I am the nun.
The nun.
Hello,
Dance with the poor in the round.
Everyone knows who Sister Jean is. When she walks, eyes turn.
And sister always told me, be careful what you do.
That's right.
Don't go around breaking commandments.
10 commandments, very important.
And sister always told me, be careful you play, and be careful when you lose, cause the common knows the truth.
He knows the truth.
Sister Jean is not my mother. She's just a fan who happens to be a nun.
The chaplain, team chaplain.
When Sister Jean's coming, everybody stops.
I've never met any of these boys before.
It's almost over. Hold on. You prayed in Loyola 1.
The Loyola Ramblers.
I don't
We'd
believe-
like to see it.
I don't believe I've ever met any of these boys, these basketball players. And Greg, why are you naked when you sleep? Why are you not wearing any pants? I don't want to come over here and haunt you if you don't have any pants on.
Sister Jean.
That's pretty good.
Isn't that kind of cool?
I love
Billie
it.
Jean, Sister Jean.
Yeah, she's only going to get to hear it for about a month because she's probably going to die. She's old.
Oh, Jeff.
She's
man,
really old.
Man.
I do like her, though. She's very cute.
Yeah.
She's a cougar.
She's hilarious. She's kind of the darling of the tournament. I know someone came out and said, another media folk said, you know, Loyola of Chicago deserves all this credit, but everyone's paying attention to old Sister Jean over there.
And somebody else said something really bad about her. Somebody got in trouble on the radio.
Some rude people out
Said
there,
something
right? We
really-
love Sister Jean.
I do too.
I love you there,
They
Greg.
said, what do you think about being a national sensation? And she said, well, first let me correct you. International sensation.
She's international.
The Lord covers the whole globe, not just March Madness.
Boy, she's witty at 150.
She is. She's still popping off.
How old is she? 90-something?
I think 98. Didn't they say 98?
Oh,
She's the team chaplain, so prays with the team before the game. You know, she's there, the biggest cheerleader as well. And people just kind of fell in love with her throughout the tournament. And Loyola just keeps winning, so we keep getting more of a Sister Jean.
Does she travel with the team?
Why not?
Or does she just, like, teleport? Because I don't know, if you're that old, are you really allowed to fly at that age?
They probably have her in one of those bulletproof,
Maybe.
like little Pope mobiles, you know, like when she drives around in.
Or she's a flying nun.
A flying nun.
You'd be the
See what you
flying
did
nun.
there, Jeff.
Thank you, thank you.
Flying nun.
Sister Jean, I love you.
All right, it gets even better here on the Inland Sports Show. When we come back, we're going to go straight from Sister Jean to Johnny Football, who now, it looks like, Jeff, he might be a real saint. It looks like he turned his life around. He's a real saint, that Johnny Football.
Can I just tell you, I thought about Johnny Football. I told you coming in here today.
You were thinking all about him.
I thought about him for about an hour today. I did. I deep thought and I prayed with Sister Jean. We thought about him. And I'll tell you, I have a whole take on him.
All right, we will hear from Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel. He was throwing down there at the University of San Diego Pro Day, and he talked to the media. So we're going to hear from Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Football.
He's a real saint when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday.
I'd say in a given week, I probably only do about...
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cahelco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM, brought to you by Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change, Kids Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass, and Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Quick shout out to Aquinas High School. Had me out today talking sports broadcasting. Told them all about my humble beginnings and how I rose to be such a big star.
Did you tell them your story about milking cows like you always do?
I did.
Yeah, of course you did.
I'll give you a quick snapshot of the Pep Fernandez story that I always share at schools. Came from a town of 3,000 people. Didn't have a single stoplight. One bank, one little grocery store, holiday market. One gas station. And then I milked cows at 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I rose to Humboldt State and got into TV. And now here I am, a big-time star.
You are,
here in the Inland Empire.
You're like an A-lister. You're an A-lister in Riverside.
I can't even get a chair in my own studio.
Yeah, I know. You got my kid over there. He's so much fun today. He's a load of laughs over there in that corner. He doesn't even know we're alive.
Guy.
He's watching YouTube. He's watching Harry Potter.
That's what kids do. YouTube. If you're an important person, you're on YouTube.
As soon as we get off the show, though, I'm going to take him in the other room. I'm going to give him a good solid beating, just for the sheer fun of it, just to keep him on his toes, to say the least.
Well, all right. Johnny Football is back, kind of. He's trying to latch on with an NFL team. He worked out at the University of San Diego Pro Day. And by all accounts, there was about 13 NFL teams, maybe a baker's dozen down there, watching him throw. He looked pretty good. And he's married. He's over 3 months sober.
He's over a year sober.
I just read 3 months.
No, he's a year, and then he figures until football season, it'll be a year and 3 months.
Oh.
Yeah, don't question me on my Johnny Manziel. I read up today.
Oh, you're a Johnny Football guy now.
I am Johnny Football.
I thought you were anti-Johnny Football.
I used to be. But I'm not. I think I'm one of those guys, like every other American in America. Give him a second chance.
I think so too. He's fun to watch.
Oh,
a little brash, a little cocky, but I like my quarterbacks a little brash and cocky.
Better than a little bit dumb.
Because you could be confident and cocky and still be respectful, right? Couldn't you?
Just like Pep Fernandez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go and you shake the person's hand and tell them good job and turn around and say, I'm the best. Give me my Emmy Award.
That's Pep Fernandez
if Kobe can win an Oscar, I can win an Oscar.
No, you can't.
I'm very important, Jeff.
Don't put yourself.
Everybody knows
Hey,
me.
that's rare air.
I was called the Colin Cowherd of the Inland Empire today.
I don't know if that's a good thing either. You're much. Colin's on our station, so we got to be nice about him.
Johnny Manziel talked to the media down there in San Diego. And here's what Johnny Football had to say about this potential NFL comeback. And Jeff, I think someone's going to take a chance.
I hope they do.
Don't you? I think someone's going to take a chance.
Someone will take a chance.
Johnny Foosball.
I would sit here today and say that, I'm a different person than I was in the past. I know I've rubbed people the wrong way. I know there's people that, still doubt what I'm doing and still doubt where I'm at, because for me, I've had spurts in the past of being good. I've had spurts in the past of, showing promise and like I'm on the right path, and then right when I think I get there, something else happens. And it's like kind of the pattern that it's been in the past couple years of my life, especially since college. So for me, the key right now is just be consistent and continue to do what I'm doing day in and day out. And hopefully after, a year of solid, behavior, of solid workout regimen over the last year, and now transferring into the 3 months of this year, I feel like if I can parlay in that into enough months and enough time, people will be able to buy into that and be able to trust what I'm doing again, and that I'm not just trying to, pull a fast one to try and get back in the NFL. I feel like I've genuinely got a right team around me and the right people around me and a wife that cares about me and loves me enough to save me from myself, because at the end of the day, I feel like that's the only person that I really need saving from is, I fall back in that hole sometimes. But for me, sum that up, just like consistent on a daily basis.
Oh my gosh, I'm buying whatever he's selling.
I'll tell you what.
I believe him.
Here's the deal. I thought about this a lot today. You want him to do well, but his expectations and our expectations should be different. Our expectations are always for him to be a superstar, because that's how we've seen him. That's how he's always lived.
At Texas A&M, he was a baller. Big baller.
I mean, heck, he made Kevin Sumlin the National Coach of the Year. And then where's Kevin Sumlin now? Fired. Jimbo Fisher's in his spot. Here's what I think of Johnny Football. Johnny Football, it's unlike basketball and baseball where you can play every day and work on your game, because he hasn't played football in years. So you don't know if he's really ready to play football. Guys are playing football all the time. They don't take this much time off. He's going to have to set his goals to be a third-string quarterback, a practice squad player.
Just get on an NFL roster.
Get on a roster just to show that you can be that guy. And maybe over time in reps, because he's had no reps for so long, maybe he'll get better and better and maybe get back to that Johnny Football we like. But he might not ever be the starter or superstar we saw.
You know what I'd love to see? Is just him catch on with an NFL team, even if he's the backup. But even if you're the backup, you can still be the rah-rah guy.
Yeah.
You're there standing in the huddle. You're there supporting the starting quarterback. You're there trying to maybe help him break down some plays. Like, you can be a great teammate as the backup and kind of show the world, like, hey, I have changed. Maybe I'm not that star top-tier quarterback that some people were hoping that he was going to be, like the Cleveland Browns were hoping he was going to be. But you can still be a fantastic teammate and win a lot of people over by just being a backup quarterback. And again, all the small things, like when the coach calls the starter over, going over there, helping him break down plays, high five, supporting the guys. You know what I mean? Like, you can do that.
He would almost, even if he's a scout guy, like I said, a practice squad guy, where he's, playing as the other team's quarterback to get your team better, to work himself in. He hasn't played in so long. That's the point. In basketball, you can work on your game all the time. Baseball, you can still find a game to play. Anywhere during the year. In football, it's a limited time during the year where you can play. Maybe he starts off, gets hooks onto a team. Maybe he decides to go play up north, play in Canada, get his game back going. Anything he can do to stay positive, on the rails, not off the rails, and be a team guy, like you said, that would be how good would it feel to be Johnny Manziel if you've done this correctly? You get married, you've been sober for a year, and you continue to live your life like you're supposed to. I think that's a success, whether or not he ever starts or becomes a superstar, if he can just be happy.
when we saw him at his best, I mean, people were like, hey, this guy is going to be an NFL star. He could be a starting quarterback in this league. I think based on his potential and what we just heard, again, he sounded awesome. Whatever he's selling, I'm buying. I'm totally in. I was convinced.
He didn't sound drunk.
If there's an NFL GM or a coach out there, it's almost like the apprehension of what if. You know what I mean? Like, well, if we pass on Johnny Manziel and, I don't know, the Jets. Let's say the Jets. The Jets scoop him up, and he turns out to be this stud quarterback. It's like, well, man, maybe we should have took a flyer on this guy and just brought him in to see.
Yeah.
I mean, almost like, hey, we're going to bring him in so everyone else can't have him. So we'll bring him in. We'll see what he's all about. We'll sign him. Probably get him for a good deal. He's probably not going to be demanding a ton of money because he's not going to be a hot commodity. Bring him in, see what he's got, and if he doesn't pan out, you move on to the next. And if he does, you're like, whoa, gold mine. We got Johnny Manziel.
Okay, you have 32 football teams, right? 32.
Yeah.
Think of 32 starting quarterbacks in the league. Okay, let's think of 64 quarterbacks. That's the backups to those guys. Is he not in the top 64?
That's a good, yeah. No, you're right. He is. I would think he is.
And there's third string quarterbacks. So you go to third tier. Is he not that?
Yeah, some teams carry 3 quarterbacks.
So, I mean,
not counting the practice squad guys, but some teams actually carry 3.
So there is a shot. Doug Flutie. Remember, Doug Flutie was a journeyman quarterback, but he was successful as a backup when guys would get hurt. Remember, he stepped up in San Diego. He stepped up in New England. He was a very, very good quarterback. Had a great career.
Foosball, Johnny Foosball. I think someone's going to sign him.
I hope so.
Maybe the biggest free agent name still out there in the NFL is Ndamukong Suh. It looked like when he told the Raiders thanks but no thanks, I don't want to come talk to you guys, it looked like the Rams had a slam dunk. That's what everyone thought. The Titans were in the mix. The Saints were in the mix. But it looked like the Rams had a slam dunk with Ndamukong Suh. Jeff, I walked in here. We were talking about what we were going to, mention on the show today, and we obviously brought up Ndamukong Suh, and you're like, hey, did you hear the Jets might get him? I'm like, where did the Jets come from?
The Jets.
What happened?
The Jets have the most money to spend, in this offseason. My biggest question is, the Jets want him, but the Jets have also said the last 2 years, they need to rebuild that offensive line. They need to rebuild that defensive line. They wanted to do it with young guys. Ndamukong Suh is not a young guy. He's 31 years old.
No, he's got some baggage, too.
He's got some baggage. But the thing is, this is what they said. The New York Jets can pay him the most. So we don't know what kind of ethic Ndamukong Suh has, because we've seen the very worst and we've seen the very best of him. The best spot for him would be for the Los Angeles Rams. A spot where he can just fill in that, in that 3-4 front are the Jets, and they can pay him. But how good are the Jets going to be this year? They're rebuild.
But if you're Ndamukong Suh, how old is he? 31?
31.
I'd follow the money. I got to be honest. Maybe it sound greedy. Oh, there's greedy Pep. He's so big time.
There it is. That was the big time Pep right there.
Yeah.
You would follow the money?
Well, if I'm 31 years old, this might be my last big payday if I'm an NFL football player. I'd follow the money.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to play in Los Angeles, play for the Rams, play for a team that's going to contend for the NFC championship next year. You can bet on that. Great bolstering that defense, already strong on offense, great young head coach. But at the end of the day, if I'm 31 years old and I'm a professional football player, I think I'm just going to chase the money. I know that you know where I'm coming from?
I kind of do. I chase the money all over the place. It just doesn't make a lot of sense for the Jets, who said they were in a rebuild with young guys, and we're going to go young. And then, they're looking for 25 to 28-year-olds. He's 31.
Yeah.
I mean, he said it. We want 25.
It's like saying, you know what? We're a basketball team. We're going to play up tempo. We're going to stretch the floor. We're going to play fast. And you're like, and we're bringing in Greg Oden. He's going to be our new center.
Yeah,
it's like, what? I thought you guys were going to play fast.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. I was hoping he'd be a Ram. He still might. You never know. We're going to see either the money side of Suh, or we're going to see somebody that wants to win. Maybe
straight cash, homie. I'd follow the money.
I'll tell you what, though. Hey,
that's just me.
But look at the 2 LA teams. Those are the 2. I think they're the 2 best teams right now.
What, in the whole world?
The whole world.
The Chargers and the Rams?
I think the Chargers and the Rams are going to be.
Because the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
I don't care.
And Tom Brady, he's still playing.
I think he's old.
The Chargers and the Rams.
I'm telling you, man.
Chargers came on strong at the end of the year.
Oh, they looked great.
And the Rams may be the youngest, best team out there. Very young, young head coach. Brought in some great guys on the defensive side of the football. Watch out for the 49ers, though.
No, stop it.
Yeah.
Garoppolo. Did you hear that today? Did you know that they didn't want Garoppolo?
They didn't want him?
No, they wanted Cousins.
Well, because Kirk Cousins played for Kyle Shanahan, the head coach. So
yeah.
It kind of looked like that would be a perfect fit. Cousins reconnecting with Shanahan. But now we got Jimmy G. It's all good.
Well, they weren't going to play him. Did you know they were only going to play him the last 2 games of
yeah,
the season?
because what's his butt? Beathard got hurt. CJ Beathard got hurt, and they're like, well, we got to put Jimmy G out there.
They didn't want to pay him in case he did so well. The max was what they had to do. So they were hoping maybe they'd play him the last 2 games and then shop him. But he ended up being so good and won over Shanahan.
He's the franchise quarterback now for the 49ers, no doubt.
But Shanahan was blatantly said, we didn't want him. I was sad that we didn't get Cousins. So, yeah, big turn of events, and he couldn't be happier.
Well, it worked out for the best, I think, for everybody. Jimmy G, Kirk Cousins with the Minnesota Vikings. I think everybody won.
Yep.
We all win. All right, we're going to wrap this thing up when we come back because NCAA Tournament Hoops is around the corner. When we come back, we'll again preview those Sweet 16 games tonight that you can hear on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. And the details on the 4th Annual Inland Sports All-Star Classic. El Clasico. Everybody's talking about it.
Everyone.
We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I think that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Corum.
This is it. Jeff, the final minutes of the week, man. We're done.
Why is
NCAA tournament's coming up.
Doing an hour show is really,
It's weak. We don't even get going.
It's weird because we could. I
just started talking.
I know, the famous guy of Riverside.
Come, y'all. You have it all wrong. It's the whole Inland Empire.
Oh yeah, the whole
you said
Inland
Riverside.
Empire.
It's the whole Inland Empire.
Don't go beyond the 15 west.
No.
No one knows you beyond the 15
If you take one
west.
step past the 15, they won't know who I am.
No.
But on this side of the 15,
everyone knows.
I'm like really important.
Yeah, dogs bark when they see you.
Hey, good luck to Notre Dame. Notre Dame boys basketball playing for the CIF Division III State Championship tomorrow, 4 o'clock, against Pleasant Valley of Chico. I'm torn because Pleasant Valley, that's my neck of the woods. But they're taking on Notre Dame. I want Notre
Valley
Dame.
is 31-2.
They're really good.
And then Notre Dame is 32-3 or 34-3.
It's a battle of the Titans.
Yeah.
Clash of the Titans.
It's going to be a good one.
Titans versus Vikings. So best of luck to Notre Dame. If they win, I think it's pretty guaranteed that we'll have Rob Robinson on Monday.
Yeah, I would think so.
So cool, man.
He's
the
John. He's the John Shaft of high school basketball.
So cool. They're gonna win. They're too good.
They are. And then next week we get to announce our All-Star Classic
El
rosters.
Clásico.
So yeah, we wanted to wait till after everybody was playing, but we got our big game, our 4th annual at RCC this year. We're gonna have the women's game before the boys' game. It's the first time we've had both guys and girls at RCC Alicia Berber, the head women's basketball coach, is going to run the girls, and she's going to facilitate and do a great job with us in the entire 4th annual.
Yeah, social media and our email popping off with nominations. We have a short list of guys that we like, but we wanted to hear from the coaches and fans out there as well. And broadcasted by our good friends at TV16, Teen Vision, Johnny Nunez. What's up, Johnny boy? So it's going to be fun. April 7th coming up, a couple Saturdays at RCC. It's been all brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled Quick. Jeff, are you making fun of me?
No, I was just doing.
You better not be making fun. I was trying to do Spoiled. I love Spoiled.
I was doing your commercials. I was lip syncing.
He was making fun of me.
I was lip syncing.
You have no idea how important I am.
I don't.
I'm very important.
I was just lip syncing to your commercials.
Spoiled quick quality oil change. You'll be spoiled. It's like one of those, when you do the voiceover for like a kung fu movie
and
it's all out of sync. Yeah.
That was me.
Spoiled quick quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by great customer service and low prices. You can mess with me. It's fine.
Could be a mint, a flower.
Yeah, on the way out.
There you go.
Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire with all of your sporting gear needs and Letterman's jackets. KenSportingGoods.com. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Make sure you follow them on Instagram and Twitter for the very latest at Boost Performance Training. If you're a young athlete, youth level, high school level, whatever you're into, variety of different sports, Boost Performance Training can train you up, bring out the best in you. And Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. You can buy, you can trade, you can finance, you can do it all at Catalano Motors. No pressure when you're buying that new car or truck in your life. Go check them out off of Temescal Canyon Road. That's Catalano Motors. All right, Jeff, that's it. We'll see everyone Monday at 3 o'clock. Coming up next here on Fox Sports IE, NCAA Tournament, March Madness. We'll talk about the Final Four Monday on the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday.
Do you know who I am?
No, I can't say that I do.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Really?
People know me.
Well, I'm very happy for you.
Inland Empire Sports.